Hey, welcome everyone to the Virginia's for Sports podcast. You know what day it is. It's Tuesday. I want to give you guys a quick shout out. If you're watching right now, you probably caught us on our YouTube channel. We are going to methodically make a move over to a new platform called watchsports.com. We're very excited about that. We're not going to rip the Band-Aid off today, but we're going to move gradually over there. So you'll be able to see us on watchsports.com. Should be pretty seamless, but wanted to let you know because I know there's a lot of people out there who love listening to Coach Stu. Speaking of which, Coach Stu, how the heck are you?
Happy Tuesday. Very good. Happy to be here.
Absolutely. What do you got for us today?
I am going to address parenting again. And y'all, the first thing I want to talk about parenting, y'all, I am a parent myself. And even though what I've witnessed should be so easy to follow, it's so difficult because one, you invested in so much your children, and two, you love them. But with that being said, Flip, I think about my career. I've been fortunate to coach 70-some Division I athletes, watch 250 sign letters of intent for full scholarships. I've been fortunate, the 10 plus NFL players, 4 plus Major League Baseball players, and I'm going to bring up some names. But when you talk about Dak McGuire, Major League Baseball, Michael Robinson, who's a Super Bowl champion, Deshaun Hayes, who's a Canadian Football League champion, Maurice Kennedy, Tim Harris in the NFL, y'all, all the parents were very similar. Their parenting was very similar. Again, it's hard for me to follow, but it is a blueprint of how to be a successful parent. The thing that they were good at parenting, and I think that everybody should follow, and I've mentioned this last week when I was talking about looking in the mirror, was the support for their children. They simply supported their children. You never knew they were around. They were never on the field. They were never in the dugout. They were never in the court providing information that might be mixed messages other than what the children or the student athletes are hearing. Because remember, we talked about this. If we are putting anything in our student athletes' head that is mixed messages, that allows them not to perform to the top of their ability, then we're not helping matters. The other big thing that I noticed about them was the accountability. These student athletes, these pro athletes, these Division I athletes, they were never late to practice. They were never tardy to practice. They were never late to school. They were never tardy to school. They were never late to class. They were never tardy to class. They always turned everything in on time. If they were asked to do something, they did it. They were yes sir, no sir people. The biggest thing I also, Flip, that I remember that I tried to learn from these parents, and you and I want to get them on the program, is that they allowed their children to fail. They allowed them to fail. They didn't make excuses for them. I say this a lot: make excuses, transfer blame, point the finger. They allowed them to fail, and the biggest lessons in life come from failure. Not only did they allow them to fail, they allowed them to work their way through it, face the adversity head on, and figure it out for themselves. Okay, I failed this time. What do I need to do to prevent failing? It comes down to a simple concept. You need to work harder. You need to work harder. The other thing that I remember about them, they never really, even though they supported them, even though they were proud of them, they never really told, and we're talking about professional athletes, we're talking about Super Bowl champions. They never really told them how good they were. Okay, they always told them you need to get better. There's room to get better. You need to get better physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, the whole 9 yards. So my biggest thing that I took from them, again, I'm a parent. It's something I need to follow. I need to practice what I preach. But the biggest thing I took from them was they were a support system. They allowed them to fail and they didn't let them make excuses. Very simple concept, Flip, but very hard to follow. Let them be them. Let them play in the most relaxed environment they can play in, and just enjoy the process.
That needed to be heard, Stu. I love it. It's awesome advice. So we appreciate all the advice you always give us. And guess what? I think it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, 5 o'clock somewhere. 5 hours to be 5 o'clock here. Appreciate you, Flip.
Thanks, Stu.
Yes, sir.